On a beautiful 55-degree morning, we welcome you back to this Walnut Creek Softball Complex for Day 2 of the Triangle Classic as number 21 Carson-Newman looks to stay perfect on the weekend as they'll open this morning against Bluefield State from the CIAA to get things going here on this Sunday morning. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Delighted you could join me as this is the Carson-Newman lineup that head coach Michael Graves is bringing out to begin Day 2. Game number 4 of the weekend after going 3-0 yesterday. Malia Smith leads off playing at shortstop. Abby Martin is playing in center field, batting second. Macaulay Bailey, the first baseman, is batting third. Grace Gregory bats fourth, playing at third. Batting fifth, Anne-Marie Richards now goes to the designated player spot after catching 21 innings yesterday and is batting fifth. We'll meet the rest of the lineup as climbing into the circle comes Yona Rogers, comes home, and the first pitch is in for a called strike to Malia Smith at 9:48 local time. The 0-1, Smith puts a bunt down, third base side, and wouldn't you know it, Malia Smith with all her speed by the time the third baseman and Alexis Coles picked it up. Smith was already over at first base on a bunt single to get things going. Here on Day 2 from Raleigh, North Carolina, Eagles needed some late heroics yesterday in Game 1 against Davison Elkins, 10 runs in the 7th to win 11-4. And then a walk-off win against Lincoln before a 9-3 win over West Virginia Wesleyan. Rogers' first pitch to Abby Martin misses high and outside, 1-0. Being the rest of this Carson-Newman lineup, Addie Saunders, who's been swinging a hot bat, is in the 6th spot playing in left field. Katie Mathena gets the start behind the dish and is batting 7th. Here comes the 1-0 to Martin. It's a called strike. Smith going. The throw down is on target, but a little in front of the second base bag. And Smith able to dive in safely behind the tag of the shortstop and Amaya Corona. The 1-1 to Martin, shows bunt, pops it up, and it goes foul. Down the first base side, 1-2. Shelby Armstrong makes the start in right field today and is batting 8th. With the 9-hitter, Reese Winchester playing at second base. Getting the ball in the circle will be Lorelei Spradlin. We'll see her in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2, Martin skitters one foul down the first base line. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. Carson-Newman in its alternate light blue tops with Carson-Newman Eagles written across the front in white outlined in blue with blue numbers outlined in white on the back and on the front as well. White pants with 2 thin blue stripes down the side. Navy blue socks today for the Eagles. The righty Rogers comes home on a 1-2. Martin chases the rise ball and pokes it foul down the right field line. Smith over at second in scoring position. Another 1-2. Martin drives it in the air towards left field. Ranged over into the gap and making the play is the left fielder McGee, and tagging up and going to third goes Malia Smith. So a productive out for Abby Martin. Moves Malia Smith another 60 feet and brings up Macaulay Bailey, team's leader in RBIs with 29 coming into today. First offering, Bailey catches just a little bit of a nick for a foul tip and strike 1. Carson-Newman ranked number 21 in the most recent NFCA polls. First time they've been ranked since 2023. See where they stand when the next polls come out on Tuesday. 0-1 misses outside from Rogers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bluefield State, on the other hand, 0-9, trying to get their first win of the season against the 17-2 Carson-Newman Eagles. 1-1. Hangs outside from Rogers, and the count moves to 2-1 against Macaulay Bailey. Rogers goes back outside. Bailey doesn't bite. 3 balls and a strike to the senior first baseman. After yesterday, now leading the team in basically every major statistical category. Batting .476 this season. The 3-1 has the green light, lifts a towering pop-up foul down the third base line. Moves it to a full count with 1 away in the top of the first inning. Malia Smith led off with a bunt, stole second, advanced to third on the flyout by Abby Martin. Payoff pitch to Bailey, skips in low, and she'll work a 1-out walk to put runners on the corners. Brings up Grace Gregory, and timeout is called as the infield will go into the circle to talk with Yona Rogers. So let's look at this Bluefield State defensive alignment. In center field is Paige Whittington. Joining her in left is Myrakel McGee. And in right is Michaela Chamara. The catcher is Janessa Nappy. First baseman is Sydney Ledbetter, with Juliana Costanzo over at second. Third baseman was Alexis Coles. We touched on her earlier. And the shortstop is Amaya Corona as the first pitch to Gregory misses low and away. 1-0. Gregory, the third baseman, was one of the premier player of the games yesterday. Has gotten her batting average above 300 after a strong performance yesterday. Gregory turns on the 1-0, drives it deep to left, and it is way, way out of here. A no-doubter from Grace Gregory, and the Eagles strike first in the top of the first inning. The second long ball of the season for Grace Gregory, and the Eagles make it 3-0 in the top of the first inning against Bluefield State. Now up to 17 RBIs on the season for Grace Gregory, the transfer from North Alabama. Got off to a slow start, but has since gotten things going for the Eagles. Said yesterday she had a rough first game against Davis and Elkins, but started taking more pitches, waiting for her pitch to come rather than forcing it. She took advantage there on the 1-0 as Anne-Marie Richards climbs into the righty's batter's box. First pitch to her. She lifts it straight back, and it's 0-1. Carson-Newman struck first in all 3 games yesterday, the 0-1. Misses low and away to Richards. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richards caught all 21 innings yesterday. Gets a breather as the 1-1 hangs outside, 2 balls and a strike. But gets a breather here. She's the designated player today. Richards line drive into left field for a base hit. As Addie Saunders now steps into the lefty's batter's box, Anne-Marie Richards over at first base. A 3-0 Carson-Newman lead over Bluefield State. The first offering to Saunders notches the inner half, and the count moves to 0-1. 0-1 was fouled back, and the count moves to 0-2 against Saunders. The 0-2, Saunders, slow roller towards second. Going the short way to second base goes Costanzo. And Saunders is aboard on the fielder's choice as Richards is out on the play. Brings up the catcher, Katie Mathena. First pitch to Mathena, misses high and outside, 1-0. Saunders with good speed over at first base. A 3-0 Carson-Newman lead after a 3-run home run from Grace Gregory put the Eagles in front. Mathena's 1-0 offering is fouled away down the first base side, and it's 1-1. Mathena's been a surprise of sorts coming into her sophomore season. Didn't get many ABs last year. 1-1. This is low and away to the right-handed hitting catcher. Has started in right field for majority of the most recent contests over the past week. It has bumped her batting average up to .436 coming into today. The 2-1 was low, and Mathena digs it out and pops it foul. Down the first base side, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit her first career home run on Tuesday in the midweek split against Converse. 2-run shot in the first inning. 2-2 from Rogers. Brushes inside and plugs Mathena on her lead left shoulder. She's aboard on a hit by pitch. Get out of jail free card of sorts, was in a 2-2 count. Something as a pitcher you never really want to do is give up a free base runner when you're ahead, or even in the count, especially when you have 2 strikes. For Rogers this season, she's making her 5th appearance, 2nd start of the year. First offering to Shelby Armstrong. This is outside to Armstrong, standing in the righty's batter's box. Hit her first home run in a Carson-Newman uniform yesterday in the 9-3 win over West Virginia Wesleyan. Went the other way as 1-0, Armstrong pops it up, and it goes foul down the left field line. 1-1. But Armstrong had played sporadically over the last week and a half, and then stepped up in some big spots as a sub against Davis and Elkins. 1-1, loops away. 2 balls and a strike. Yesterday went 2 for 6 across the 2 games. Of course, the home run, as I alluded to, against West Virginia Wesleyan, but was the first to reach in what was a 10-run inning against Davis and Elkins. 2-1 to Armstrong. Misses on the outer half. 3 balls and a strike with 2 away in the top of the first inning. A 3-0 Carson-Newman lead. They're looking for more with Mathena at first. Saunders over at second. 3-1 to Armstrong. Misses low and inside. It's a 5-pitch walk, and Shelby Armstrong gets aboard on her first trip to the plate today. It loads the bases for the 9-hitter in Reese Winchester. Second baseman out of San Diego, California, was also a player of the game yesterday for her 2-run ground rule double and the eventual 5-4 walk-off win against Lincoln tied the game at 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Turns on the first pitch she sees, a looper into left. Coming on and dropping the ball is the left fielder, McGee. Coming in to score is Saunders, as does Mathena. And taking advantage is the Carson-Newman Eagles to make it 5-0 as Winchester gets aboard via the error. McGee was there, had her glove on it. Wasn't lunging, wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary, but it hit her glove and just fell out. And so the inning continues as the Eagles make it 5-0. Brings up Malia Smith. So it's back to the top of the order for Carson-Newman. First offering to Smith. Notches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Smith shows bunt, pulls back as it dips low beneath the knees of the shortstop. Count evens up at 1-1. 37 pitches now for Yona Rogers in this first inning. 1-1 home. Smith, the chopper, back up the middle, and it will roll into center field. Armstrong scores. Turning around third comes Winchester. A 2-run single for Malia Smith. And Carson-Newman adds the extra point. It's 7-0 in the first inning. As now coming out of the first base dugout is head coach Chelsea Holliday for Bluefield State, and some changes likely to be coming after what has been a tough opening frame for the Big Blue, as Rogers will have the ball taken from her. And so while we get all these changes ironed out, take a quick break on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee.
Just a quick break. It was a change out in center field as Sky Hicks comes in. Going on the first pitch is Smith into second base with a stolen base. Hicks replaced Whittington out in center field. Next offering to Martin, finds the inner half. And the count moves to 1-1 against Abby Martin. Flew out to left field her first time up. 1-1. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. So Rogers still in the circle, and the lone change out in center field for the Big Blue. Two-1. This is above the letters to Martin, and it's 3-1. As Martin digs back into the righty's batter's box with 2 away, Malia Smith in scoring position to 3-1. Martin lifts a pop-up that will stay on the infield. The shortstop in Corona moves over and makes the play for out number 3. But the Eagles score 7 in the first on 4 hits, aided by 1 error, and they leave 1 runner left on base as we will head to a break as Lorelei Spradlin heads out to the circle with a 7-run advantage. Back with more on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Seven runs in the top of the first inning for number 21 Carson-Newman against Bluefield State to open up day 2 and the final day at the Triangle Classic. Carson-Newman went 3-0 yesterday and now trying to go 2-0. They got Bluefield State now in a matchup with Indiana University of Pennsylvania to close out their trip to the City of Oaks. As climbing in is Paige Whittington. It was Sky Hicks that came in as a defensive sub. As first pitch to Whittington, shows bunt, pushes it down the third base line. Gregory fields at third, snaps a throw to first, but it is not in time. As Whittington is aboard on a bunt single. Offering to Juliana Costanzo. Hits her, but she was showing bunt, and it's fouled away. My apologies on the sub. I had initially put the wrong player. As the next offering comes in and misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 is inside, 2 balls and a strike. Spradlin starting for the second consecutive day. Got the start against Davis and Elkins yesterday. Sophomore out of Blacksburg, Virginia. 2-1. This is outside, runner going. The snap throw down to second from Mathena is not in time as Paige Whittington is in safely with a stolen base. Outside to Costanzo, and she is aboard. Puts 2 runners on with nobody out. First offering to Janessa Nappy, the catcher. Finds the inner half for a called strike 1, and Spradlin works ahead. This is popped up, and it goes foul down the first base side. No 2. This is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner going down to third. Throw over, not in time, and then a delayed double steal as advancing up to second went Costanzo. And the count evens up at 2-2. 2-2 is inside to Nappy, and the count runs full. Spradlin looks to settle in here, and traffic on the bases. Payoff pitch home. On the ground to third. Gregory looks back the runner. Gives it back to third, and it's in time as Whittington. A little bit of a game of chicken as Gregory looked over at first. Was about to pump the throw, and then went back to third as Whittington left the bag. And the tag was able to be applied for out number 1. William Smith did a good job covering the bag and applying the tag as the first baseman, Sidney Ledbetter, comes up and waves through the first pitch offering, and it's 0-1. Painted inside to Ledbetter. And Spradlin quickly ahead, 0-2 with runners on first and second. Nappy at first, Costanzo at second. The 0-2. Line drive back up the middle and into center field for a base hit from Ledbetter. The throw from Martin one hops into the catcher Mathena. And it holds Costanzo over at second. Brings up Alexis Coles, the third baseman for Bluefield State, trying to get one back after Carson-Newman put up 7 in the top of the first. Wave and a miss on the first offering from Spradlin by Coles. And the count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 misses high and inside to Coles. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coles, a freshman from Roanoke, Virginia. 1-1 hangs outside. 2 balls and 1 strike with the bases loaded and 1 away. Ledbetter at first, Nappy at second, and Costanzo at third. For Alexis Coles in the righty's batter's box. 2-1. Swing and a miss from Coles. Count goes to 2-2. It's another 2-strike situation for Lorelei Spradlin. Ledbetter just got a 2-strike line drive up the middle. Here comes the 2-2 from the righty. And it's called a ball inside. Just a touch off the plate. And the count runs full. Payoff pitch from Spradlin. Popped up, and infield fly is called by the home plate umpire. Leah Smith was there to make the play anyway. First offering is a called strike to the pitcher in Yono Rogers. Next offering, Rogers on the ground to short. Smith will go the short way to third. And that will end the inning. No runs score for Bluefield State in the bottom of the first. They leave the bases loaded as we will head to the second. 7-0 Carson-Newman on the Eagle Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned, and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Top of the second inning from Walnut Creek Softball Complex. It is a 7-0 Carson-Newman lead over Bluefield State in day 2 of the Triangle Classic, the final day after Carson-Newman went 3-0 yesterday with wins over Davis and Elkins, Lincoln, and West Virginia Wesleyan. Off to a hot start here as Macaulay Bailey leads off. 3, 4, and 5 in the Carson-Newman order due up. After 11 came up in the first, and Bailey smashes the first pitch she sees on a bouncing ball into left field for a leadoff base hit. Brings up Grace Gregory, who opened the scoring for the Eagles on her second home run of the season, a 3-run shot that went deep to left field. Temp fences are up today. If you were with me yesterday, majority of the fields yesterday didn't have a temp fence up due to the inclement weather over the past few days, as the first pitch to Gregory catches the outer half, but it's 0-1. All the rain in the Raleigh area. The maintenance crew didn't feel like the fields were in a position to where they could put up a temp fence. The 0-1 misses low, 1-1. So yesterday was kind of used by the best judgment of the outfielders and the umpires to determine what was a home run. If it went rolling between the stakes, it was a ground rule double. The 1-1, Gregory on the ground to third. Coles will go to second for one. The turn on to first, it is in time. Coles to Costanzo to Ledbetter. They roll it up 5-4-3, and there's 2 gone in the top of the second inning. So with the bases empty, Yona Rogers can take a deep breath, and now we'll face Anne-Marie Richards, who swings on the first pitch, lifts a towering fly ball down the left field line. On the move and making the grab is Sky Hicks for out number 3. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning, but it goes in the book the same for Yona Rogers, as it's a quick top of the second, sends us to the bottom half with Carson-Newman up 7-0 over Bluefield State on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Into the bottom of the second inning here from Raleigh, North Carolina. 7-0, number 21 Carson-Newman leads over Bluefield State on the Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you, as Carson-Newman is, as I said, up 7-0 in the bottom of the second inning over Bluefield State. It is 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Big Blue. Sky Hicks will lead off after she came in as a defensive sub in the top of the first inning. Now gets her first swings with the bat. And then it's Amaya Corona and Michaela Chamara. as the other two due up to face Lorelei Spradlin. The first offering from Spradlin down the gut for a called strike. Oh, 1 from Spradlin. Misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One, a wave and a miss from Hicks. 1 and 2. One, 2. Hicks fly ball left center field. Martin ranges over into the gap and will make the play for out number 1 in the bottom of the second inning. Looking at Carson-Newman defensively, Abby Martin is in straightaway center. Addie Saunders flanks her in left, and in right is Shelby Armstrong. First to third around the infield, it's the same infield that has started every game this season for Carson-Newman. Macaulay Bailey at first, Reese Winchester at second, Malia Smith at short. Grace Gregory is at third. First offering to Amaya Corona. Skips in low from Spradlin 1-0. And behind the plate is Katie Mathena today, giving a break to Anne-Marie Richards, who was the catcher in all 21 innings yesterday in the Eagles' 3-0 day. Slow roller on the 1-0, and it just bounces foul of the third base bag. Count evens up at 1-1. Count is at 1-1 against Corona. Spradlin comes home and it hangs upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. The 1-1, or the 2-1 rather. Corona ground ball up the middle. Smith ranging to her left. Had to go full extension and just couldn't snag it as Corona is aboard with an infield single. Brings up the 9-hitter and Michaela Chamara. First offering shows bunt, pulls back. Runner going to second and caught in a rundown as Mathena goes to Smith. Smith with her speed is able to tag out Corona. As the first offering missed high and outside, and then Corona is caught stealing for out number 2. Bunt attempt by Chamara, catches a piece and fouls it straight back. One ball, 1 strike to the right fielder in Chamara, and the 9-hitter standing in the lefty's batter's box. The 1-1. Rise ball from Spradlin goes high. 2 balls and a strike. Macaulay Bailey and Grace Gregory, the corners pinching in for Carson-Newman. 2-1. Chamara doesn't show bunt. And takes a pitch right down the middle. Count evens up at 2-2 as Spradlin looks to get an unconventional 1-2-3 inning of her own here in the bottom half. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Chamara down swinging. Spradlin has her first strikeout. It sends us into the third inning, a 7-0 Carson-Newman lead over Bluefield State in Game 1 on this beautiful Sunday morning from Raleigh on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Top of the third inning, it is a 7-0 Carson-Newman lead over Bluefield State in the second day and final day at the Triangle Classic. Technically the third, although the first day was canceled due to weather. So here's Addie Saunders leading off. Standing in the lefty's batter's box, the first pitch from Rogers, hit on in the air by Saunders, a soft liner that is snared right off the top of the dirt by Alexis Coles for out number one. So short-lived battle, one pitch and one out for Yona Rogers. Carson-Newman got to the right-hander in the first inning with 7 runs, but haven't found any since as Mathena wastes no time. First pitch she sees, a skittering ground ball that goes into right field, and it's a one-out base hit. Brings up Shelby Armstrong. Athena has reached base both times today. First offering to Shelby Armstrong. Takes a first pitch strike on the outer half, and now the home plate umpire is going to talk with Yona Rogers and the catcher in Nappy, as it looks like the ribbon on the end of the ponytail from Rogers kind of come undone. So they were trying to fix it, and rather than fix it, Rogers says, forget it, I'm going to stick it in my back pocket, and we're going to keep things moving along. Armstrong worked a walk her last time up. The 0-1 hangs outside. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away in the top of the third inning. 7-0 Carson-Newman in front. One. This is inside, gets away from the catcher Nappy, and darting to second base goes Mathena. Armstrong drives the 2-1 to right field. Long run for Chamara. It's over her head. Turning around third comes Mathena. Armstrong will stop at second base. It's an RBI double, and it's 8-0 Carson-Newman. Brings up Reese Winchester. First offering catches the outer half from Rogers, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 Hangs upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike to Reese Winchester. Winchester drives one deep towards left center field. Whittington over into the gap. She'll make the catch as Armstrong will tag and go to third. As Malia Smith now comes up with Armstrong over at third. First offering to Smith is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Smith, misses inside to the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 away and Shelby Armstrong over at third, an 8-0 Carson-Newman lead. 1-1. Smith shows bunt, pulls back as it catches the bottom rail of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Smith pokes it the other way and into left field for a base hit. Armstrong will score, and it's 9-0 Carson-Newman on an RBI single from Malia Smith. Martin swings on the first pitch, golfs it out to shallow center. Whittington comes on and will make the play for out number 3. Carson-Newman plates 2 more on 3 hits. They leave 1 runner left on as we head to the bottom of the third on the Eagle Sports Network.
Like the Eagles, it means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
So changes for Carson-Newman, not only in the circle, but also defensively, as Reese Winchester will head to the bench and change at second base, bring Shelby Armstrong into the contest, or has brought her from the outfield into the infield, and into the contest in right field goes freshman Lacey Keck. And also a change in the circle brings senior Riley Sykes in place of Lorelei Spradlin, who goes 1 time through the order, through 2 innings, and gives up no runs on 3 hits with a strikeout. First pitch from Sykes buzzes the tower of the leadoff hitter in Whittington, standing in the lefty's batter's box, and she leans out of the way. Rocking 0-0, and the gray pinstripe uniforms for Bluefield State. Whittington off the end of her bat, pops it up to the left side of the infield. Smith ranges back and stabs it out of the air. for out number 1. Brings up the second baseman and Juliana Costanzo, excuse me. First offering from Sykes burns the outside edge. No balls and 1 strike for the senior out of Powell, Tennessee. The righty comes home on the 0-1. This is upstairs, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4.85 ERA through 6 appearances for Sykes this season. 1-1, fouled straight back, and it's just in front of the crowd mic. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Her last appearance was on Tuesday against Converse, got the start in what eventually was a 6-5 loss for Carson-Newman. A 1-2 home, hanging outside. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 9-0 Carson-Newman lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning. If it gets to the end of the 5th and it's still an 8 or more advantage for Carson-Newman, they will run rule Bluefield State as the break even comes in and brushes inside against Costanzo, and count runs full. She's showing bunt, retracts it back, payoff pitch. She waves through it as Sykes gets the strikeout for out number 2. Since that Tuesday loss in game 1 against Converse, where they lost on a pinch hit walk-off home run to then 2-14 Converse, Eagles have ripped off 4 consecutive wins as the first pitch is high and outside to Janessa Nappi, the catcher, and 3-hitter in this Bluefield State order. 1-0. This is high from Sykes, 2-0. Coach Michael Graves wasn't particularly pleased with the performances yesterday. Some tight wins over Davison Elkins and Lincoln. Both games, Carson-Newman trailed 4-1 in. 2-0. Sykes catches the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one. Nappi turns and pops it up foul over top third base dugout where Carson-Newman resides. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sykes looking for a 1-2-3 frame in relief. The break even. Fouled straight back. We'll do it all over again. Another 2-2 from Sykes. Turned and driven out deep towards left field. Foul ground. Saunders moving over in front of the warning track, and she'll make the grab to retire Nappi. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Riley Sykes in the circle. Sends us into the 4th. A 9-0 Carson-Newman lead. Macaulay Bailey and 3, 4, and 5 due up for Carson-Newman when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
In Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We're going to have 27 in center field, 16 for 14, pitching. Got it? Pitching in the 2 spot. Who's in center? Center field is 27.
Top of the 4th inning, Macaulay Bailey leads off, lifts a towering pop-up that will stay on the left side of the infield, and the catch is made by the shortstop in Maya Corona. And Bailey is retired for out number 1. And the first batter that Jackie Sandy faces, who has come in relief here for Bluefield State in the circle. First offering to Grace Gregory, moves upstairs. Some more changes coming for Carson-Newman in this inning. Lacey Keck will go into center field as the 1-0 skips to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Appears Reagan Rowan will make her first appearance in the circle this season as the 2-0 misses high to Grace Gregory. 3 balls and no strikes to Gregory, who's had a home run and grounded into a double play her last time up. 3-0 catches the outside corner, 3-1. Three-1 from Sandy. High and outside, and Gregory works a 5-pitch, 1-out walk. Brings up the designated player, Anne-Marie Richards. Here in the top of the 4th inning, a 9-0 Carson-Newman lead. First offering to Richards, misses down and in against the righty, right over top her cleats. And the count moves to 1-0. One-0 skips in, right in front of home plate. 2 balls and no strikes. To the catcher that hails from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Has been improving steadily as the season has gone on. The 2-0 ground ball back up the middle. Picked up by Corona. She'll go to second for 1 to retire Gregory, but Richards is aboard safely on the fielder's choice. Brings up Addie Saunders. Saunders lines the first pitch she sees foul down the third base line, and also a pinch hitter upcoming for Carson-Newman and Bailey Worley. She might also go in defensively as well in this contest. 0-1 to Saunders, catches the outside corner, and it goes to 0-2. 0-2 to Saunders, takes outside. It misses low and away into the left fielder standing in the lefty's batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two, Saunders fights it off. A low pitch that she pushes to the netting above the third base dugout. One-two, Saunders, line drive, left center field, long run for Whittington. She dives and she makes the grab. An outstanding play from Paige Whittington for out number 3, robbing Addie Saunders of extra bases to bring this top half of the 4th inning to a close. So we'll figure out all the defensive changes upcoming for Carson-Newman. We'll come back for the bottom of the 4th inning on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and Reagan Rowan is into the circle. The right-hander comes home in her first offering of the 2026 season, and it's fouled away. A sophomore out of Sunny Daisy, Tennessee. Makes the count 0-1, as there's a lot of changes here for Carson-Newman in this contest that they just need 6 more outs to pick up a run rule, as long as Bluefield State doesn't bring 2 runs across. The 0-1 from Rowan hangs upstairs, 1-1 against Sydney Ledbetter. 4, 5, and 6 in the Bluefield State order. Some more changes in the outfield. Abby Martin is not in the contest at center field. First time she has not manned center field this season. The 1-1 from Rowan misses down and in, 2-1. It is instead Lacey Keck that is roamed over from right field to center. And now in right field is Riley Sykes, who pitched in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-1. Rowan paints the inside corner, and the count moves to 2-2 against Sydney Ledbetter. Now Macaulay Bailey has also exited the game. Sarah Walker takes her place over at first base. And Bailey Worley is behind the dish. 2-2. Ledbetter fouls it straight back. Count stays where it is. So the entire right side defensively, including center field and catcher, has changed. However, the left side remains untouched. Malia Smith is still at short, Grace Gregory at 3rd, and Addie Saunders is in left field. 2-2. Wave and a miss. Ledbetter went around on the check swing, and Rowan has the strikeout. Reagan Rowan gave her the sword as Ledbetter tried to hold up, and she couldn't as the pitch from the righty moved down and in against the right-handed hitting first baseman. And there's one gone in the bottom of the 4th inning. What a pitch for the sophomore. Next offering, start Alexis Coles, misses inside for ball 1. The first career strikeout for Reagan Rowan. 1-0. Misses down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, no strikes, 1 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 9-0 Carson-Newman lead over Bluefield State. 2-0 from Rowan, brushes inside. And Coles holds the advantage, 3 balls and no strikes. (3-0). Ball 4 inside. So after her first strikeout, Rowan misses inside for ball 4. Rowan gets back on the saddle and delivers the first pitch strike to Jackie Sandy on the outer half. Count goes to 0-1. This is first appearance of the 2026 season for Rowan as Sandy drives one down the right field line. Sykes runs over, she dives and just comes up about a foot short of making an outstanding defensive play. This is the second game that Reagan Rowan has appeared in this season, or in her career, I should say. Came in as a pinch runner last season. The 0-2, a wave and a miss from Sandy. And there's 2 strikeouts for Reagan Rowan, puts 2 away in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Rowan was a pinch runner against Emory and Henry last season. First pitch to Sky Hicks goes to the backstop as the pitch went in high and allowed Alexis Coles to move up to second base. That appearance for Rowan was on April 9th, 2025. And she's got a pair of strikeouts in her first pitching appearance in her Carson-Newman career. The 1-0, wave and a miss by Hicks. The 1-1. Hicks cuts and misses, and Rowan ahead 1-2, looking to strike out the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sophomore comes set, rocks and deals. Hicks pops it up. Worley behind home plate will secure the catch for out number 3. So Rowan with a pair of strikeouts in her first pitching appearance in her Carson-Newman career, and Bailey Worley came in as a defensive sub, will lead off after making that nice play in foul territory for out number 3 to bookend the bottom of the 4th inning. 9-0 Carson-Newman heading into the 5th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and
Sorry to cut off the great voice of Andrew Rogers on the ad read, but Bailey Worley's all ready to go in the Reddy's batter's box, and she fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. A second at-bat of the season for Bailey Worley. 0-1 misses low, and it's 1-1. Worley's shared a fun fact with me at the hotel. This is where she played one of her first career collegiate games as the 1-1 misses low. It's 2-1 here at Walnut Creek Park. And that was when she was at Pfeiffer and has since transferred over to Carson-Newman. And has been a huge piece in the dugout. 2-1. Worley pops it up right side of the infield, and Costanzo is there for out number 1. Brings up Shelby Armstrong, but Worley's been a big piece in the dugout while she hasn't had as many opportunities. She's a veteran player, a smart player, and one of the top pinch runners used by head coach Michael Graves. As there's a conversation between the umpire and Chelsea Holliday, the head coach of Bluefield State. As Madison Rowland has come in over at third base in place of Alexis Coles for the Big Blue. Shelby Armstrong now stands in. A righty hammers the first pitch she sees from Sandy into center field. It's a base hit. Put one on with one away. Armstrong's had a very solid weekend. Her second hit today after having a double her last time up. Brings up Lacey Keck, who came in as a defensive sub and now gets her first swings as Sandy starts out the lefty with a first pitch strike on the outer half, and it's 0-1. Keck, a freshman out of Knoxville, Tennessee. 0-1. A wave and a miss by Keck, and it's 0-2. The freshman pitched in both games, or in 2 of the 3 games yesterday against Davis and Elkins and against Lincoln. The 0-2. Keck works it the other way. Fly ball to straightaway right, or excuse me, straightaway left. And coming on to make the diving catch is Sky Hicks as she misread it initially off the bat of Keck. Armstrong holds over at first base, and it turns back over to the top of the Carson-Newman order with Malia Smith. First offering to Malia Smith, misses low and outside to the leadoff hitter and the shortstop for the Eagles. Count goes to 1-0. Smith, line drive back up the middle, fielded by Corona, snaps it over to first. It is in time as Armstrong will advance over to third, but I mean, that throw was obsolete as Smith's ground out was the third and final out. And head coach Michael Graves doesn't agree with the call. He's going to come over and talk things over and says, I don't really know how you think that she was out. Malia Smith feels pretty adamant that she was safe. She's still standing over at first base. But that is how this inning will come to a close. Smith doesn't agree with it, and neither does head coach Michael Graves. But the inning comes to a close. Sends us into the bottom of the fifth inning. It is a 9-0 Carson-Newman lead. They'll look for 3 more outs to pick up the run rule victory here in game 1 of 2 on this Sunday afternoon in Raleigh.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Nine nothing, bottom of the fifth inning. Carson-Newman looking for 3 more outs against Bluefield State as Reagan Rowan comes back into the circle. First pitch to Amaya Corona is high and outside, 1-0. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. Rowan worked a 1-2-3-4 in her first collegiate pitching appearance. Got a pair of strikeouts as well. As the 1-0, Corona waves through it. Count goes to 1-1. She'll step out of the righty's batter's box, walk up the third base side, and have a quick chat with head coach Chelsea Holliday before climbing back into the righty's batter's box. 3 more outs for Carson-Newman. There's the 1-1, fouled straight back. 1-2. 3 more outs without Bluefield State scoring 2 runs. Would give Carson-Newman a run rule victory in the first game of this Sunday. A 1-2. Corona spoils with a foul ball that goes to the netting behind home plate. Carson-Newman also has a date with Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Here comes the 1-2 from Rowan. Popped up, foul ground right behind home plate. Worley will run out of room as it lands, say, 10 yards to the right of me. A nice covered structure behind home plate. Been very appreciative of the setup that all these fields at Walnut Creek Park provide. Don't even have to use any of my extension cords. As the 1-2 from Rowan comes in, Corona, another pop fly, and this will go out of play down the first base side, even further to my right. Carson-Newman looking for another shutout victory. The 1-2 skips low in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Amaya Corona. Last shutout victory for Carson-Newman was a week ago. An 11-0 win over Barton in game 1 of that Sunday doubleheader at the Vic at home. 2-2, Corona lifts it. This will stay on the infield right on top of the circle. And Malia Smith ranges up from her shortstop position. Make the play for out number 1. Brings up Michaela Chamar, the 9-hitter for Bluefield State. Standing in the lefties batter's box. Shows bunt. Pokes at it. It goes foul straight back to the netting behind home plate, and it's 0-1. 25 pitches for Reagan Rowan, and she has thrown a lot of strikes. 16 of them have been strikes. She's got 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. This is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Head coach Michael Graves probably was hoping for maybe a bit more of an offensive output after 7 runs in the first inning, as the 1-1 is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Featuring a 3-run home run from Grace Gregory that broke the ice. But he's going to be happy to get some of these depth players into the contest. Bailey Worley with 2 innings behind the plate had an at-bat. Reagan Rowan, her first collegiate pitching appearance. 1-2, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Reagan Rowan. Puts 2 away. And Carson-Newman just needs 1 more out to pick up a 9-0 run rule victory. And also some changes in the lineup defensively. Shelby Armstrong is getting her first run at second base. Riley Sykes is in right field. Nearly had an exceptional diving play as the first pitch into Whittington is a called strike. Lacey Keck getting some more burn. She's a 2-way player that had a very strong afternoon yesterday pitching-wise. The 0-1, Whittington fouls it straight back, and it's 0-2. As Carson-Newman now looks for 1 more strike to close the book on this opening contest on this Sunday morning to open up the month of March. Didn't even say happy March to all of you. March 1st. Here comes the 0-2 from Rowan. Rises high, 1-2. Carson-Newman finished the month of February 17-2. Trying to start this month, the same way they started February, with a win. A 1-2 home from Rowan. Misses low and away against Whittington. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whittington line drive that sinks into left center field for a base hit. First hit given up by Reagan Rowan. Second base runner she's allowed, and so the inning continues as it comes to the second baseman, Juliana Costanzo. First offering, Costanzo climbs the ladder and comes up empty on a wave and a miss, and it's 0-1. Righty on righty between Rowan and Costanzo. The 0-1 popped up out of play, straight behind home plate. And Rowan quickly ahead, 0-2. So, same situation as before. 1 more strike for Carson-Newman to close the book on game 1 today. The 0-2. And Costanzo pops it up out of play. First base side once more. The 0-2 from Rowan zips outside 1 ball and 2 strikes against the righty second baseman. Walked back in the first, struck out in the third. Comes set, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Reagan Rowan with 4 strikeouts in her first collegiate pitching appearance, and the Eagles take game 1 9-0 via the run rule over Bluefield State. They improved to 4-0 on the weekend and are 18-2 through the first 20 games of the season. Worley and Rowan will lead the handshake line as we will get set for game 2 of the day. Carson-Newman and the Indiana University of Pennsylvania Crimson Hawks will come together. That is slated for around a noon start. IUP not waiting in the wings behind the first base side, so stay up to date on all things going on, and I'll be with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Till then, Matt Scalzo signing off. See you in a few for Game 2 on this Sunday morning from Raleigh, North Carolina.